Hello and a very warm welcome. I am so fired up for the F1 season. We're only 2 days away till practice, 3 days away from qualifying, and 4 days away from lights out. And then we will know who will be the Australian GP winner. I can't wait. I'm fired up. Got up this morning, watched the launch in Melbourne, fired up, give you a teaser for the F1. And we're going to do a little predictions for the start of the season, and then we may come back and have a look what I said for the season. So, my world champion of 2019 is Antonio Giovinazzi. Of course, it is the 5-time champion. And I've got to back who I support. Lewis Hamilton is my number one driver. I believe he'll win the world championship. That's not me being biased. I mean, he's the current world champion. Mercedes are brilliant. Back-to-back constructors. I mean, why would I not back Lewis Hamilton? Hamilton's the favourite once again, and I believe he'll do the championship. But I think it'll be closer this year than it was last year. Last year ended too quickly. I think it'll be a lot closer. Constructors champions. I'm going Ferrari. And why am I going Ferrari? Because we've got Vettel, experienced, Charles Leclerc's hungry, and they'll drive the team forward. And for me, I don't think Bottas is good enough to drive for Mercedes. Bottas don't pick up enough points. Okay, last year, but look at all the errors Vettel made, all the points he dropped. If he doesn't make them mistakes this year, Ferrari, I think Ferrari will win the Constructors. Rookie of the year, and now I'm going for the new driver, former F2 driver, won 4 races last year. He looks strong in testing, and their package looks strong. Toro Rosso, Honda. I'm going Alex Albon, the Thai driver. I think he's going to be my rookie of the year. We have got a couple in. We've got Giovinazzi. We've got a lot of people going to new teams, haven't we? So Albon, Kvyat, Giovinazzi, Russell, Norris, all rookies coming in. I mean, you can't call Kubica a rookie because he's an experienced campaigner. But yeah, my rookie of the year is Alexander Albon. These are just little predictions for the season. I mean, I could be way off the mark, but so far, I don't think so. Right, a huge shock. Now, what is going to be my huge shock? Could it be Kimi Raikkonen getting on a podium in the Alfa Romeo? Nico Hulkenberg's long-awaited podium. What seems like he's never had a podium. Well, he hasn't, but he should have got one in Brazil 2012. Definitely he should have, in his Force India. Could it be Charles Leclerc pushing Sebastian Vettel, beating Sebastian Vettel, going for the title? I think I'm going to go. It could even be Perez. He always mops up the podium if there's an opportunity. Daniel Ricciardo winning a race. But I think I'm going for Hulkenberg's long-awaited podium. Because I want to see it, and I'll be elated for the Le Mans winner. Hugely underrated, will never get a top seat. I mean, he's in a top team in Renault, but they need to be pushing that for that next step to get into the top 3 teams. First driver to be demoted, lose their seat. And for me, this one's pretty simple. It's going to be Kvyat. Hopefully, he comes back a different driver, but Red Bull, they've never rated him. They've dropped him 3 times, so if he cocks up in the first 5 races, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets the boot. They don't rate him. They don't rate him. He's been dropped 3 times. He only got the seat because there's no one else. So yeah, first driver out. My surprise team of the year. Alfa Romeo. Sauber. Fastest laps. Now we have fastest laps introduced. We get a point for the fastest lap now. But you have to be in the top 10. So I'm going to say Max for that. Red Bull. If they have a pit stop over the best of the rest, they can come in, put a fresh set of tyres on, set the fastest lap. So most fastest laps of the season, I'm going to say Max. because we know how big the gap is to best of the rest. Red Bull could probably get a free pit stop most weekends. And then, surprise driver of the season, I'm going to give this one to Lando Norris at McLaren. I think he's a very, very good driver, Lando Norris, and I hope he can do well at the iconic McLaren team. So, just a few predictions. I'll run down. My world champion for 2019, Lewis Hamilton. Constructors champions, Ferrari. Rookie of the year, Alexander Albon. Huge shock of the year, Hülkenberg finally getting that podium. First driver to be demoted, lose his seat, Danny Kvyat. Surprise team of the year, Alfa Romeo. Fastest laps, Max. And surprise driver of the year, Lando Norris, the Briton. I cannot wait. I really, really cannot wait. Press conference tomorrow, 5 a.m. Holy shit. Fucking Australia, man. First race, it's an absolute killer. 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. But I can't help it. I mean, Saturday's going to be a killer. Is it Saturday? No, Friday. Practice 1, practice 2. Then I've got to go out and I've got to be somewhere at 8 o'clock. I'm literally going to be like a zombie. I'll have no sleep, but I just can't help it. I have to get up and watch it live, because some knobhead will tell me the result, if not. So, just a few predictions. There we go. I think I'll be bringing points. Well, it broke a couple of days, but I can't put my finger on it whether it's a good idea or not. Thanks for watching. Let me know. Who's your world champion? Who's your constructors champions? Who's going to be the rookie? Who's going to be the shock? Leave it in the comments down below. We'll always reply. And I'll see you next time. Adios. Oh, the season.